Yeah, welcome back again. It's here we go with day 66. And before we say that, again I've got to say this. Thank you very much to the new subscribers. Thank you. Another few of you. It's amazing. Can't believe it. Means the world. Thank you very, very much. Thanks a lot. Day 66. Started at Twechar in the park almost, above the shop, Jaffa's shop, and bad night. The tent by now was falling apart, the poles. So I had a few problems in the night, but in the morning I was sitting there thinking, right, I'm going to phone up about this, and having a pot noodle, well not a pot noodle, just a noodle and a coffee for breakfast before I set off, when a guy walked past with some kids, at least one, maybe two. He's walking over the park and he shouted across, and I said hello to him, and I says what I was up to, and I told him, and I said I'm having trouble with this bloody tent though. He says don't worry about it. He said come with me, I'll come up to the industrial estate behind us in 5 minutes. Oh, brilliant, okay, what's he got for us? So finished my coffee, finished my bit noodles, and wandered up the industrial estate to see what was what. So up I went up to the Twechar Enterprise Park, to the very far unit on the right hand side, and the guy was there and he worked for a firm who did outdoor bound stuff, so they had always had old tents, things like that, and they always kept a few spares that they didn't need. And in that shed he had two great big bins full of tent poles. Yeah, he did. I can't believe it. He said help yourself. So I'm going for a coffee. He says, I'll come back, you just help yourself. So I did. I searched through them and I got a load of these green poles and some silver ones. Gathered them all together, and I said to him, I'll take these down, I'll see what I want, and I can bring the rest back if you want. He said, no problem, whatever you want, I'll do whatever you want. He says, we don't need them. I says, you're a lifesaver. Took them down, rearranged the tent, used the green ones, kept the silvers because they work but not quite as good. All of a sudden I had a tent again, a good tent with nice light poles. So on we went, and following the canal to Kirkintilloch. It was the old Strathkelvin railway path, and we passed Milton and Campsie and Lennoxtown to Strathblane, which was basically where I was heading for that day. If I could get further, fine, but it was a long walk anyway, so Strathblane was my target. Big landmark was Dunglas Hill, which is a volcanic rock, more or less a plug you could call it. Massive volcanic rock which sits on the left hand side of the path as you go along the Kelvin railway track, and it towers above it. If I hadn't had other things to do like walk to oGroats, I've been tempted to go and have a better look and have a walk up to it, but amazing sight all the same. That was. It was the site of the Battle of Mugdock many years ago. The Battle of Mugdock was fought beside the rock, or Dunglas Hill as it is called. I've seen a few of these volcanic things around. There's one in Ayrshire I've seen a few times. Can't think of the name at the minute, but it's a pretty spectacular thing though. Anyway, I got to Strathblane eventually, and when I got to Strathblane I was thirsty as usual. I spotted a pub, and it turned out to be the only pub. I walked past it up to a shop and then walked all the way back again, helped somebody find the library, eventually went in the pub, charged the phone banks and had a couple of beers. Walked back up to the shop later after that in the afternoon after having some nice fish and chips, and searching really towards the beginning of the West Highland Way. But before I got there I was walking along, and down this track I could hear the sound of a football match. Well, that's it with me. Football match, I'm gone. And so I went down to have a look to check it out. the team that were playing were Blainfield Thistle, and I'm really sorry I can't remember at the moment who they were playing. I think it ended up a draw, because just down below the football pitch, on the way to the football pitch to the right, there was a little river and a little flat ground, great for wild camping, perfect. Couldn't see anything there. One thing I could see, and one thing that alarmed us a bit, was lots of horse marks, horse feet or hoof marks. Now when I say horse marks of any description and wild camping, they just don't go together. So, but a lady came along with her dog, so I thought, oh well. I said, they don't have any horses in here at night, or there's no horses around here, is there? No, there's no horses here. Okay, that'll do me. So I popped the tent up, went and watched the second half of the football. After football, came back down, got in the tent, got a hold of me provisions, started eating them a few times, and read my book a bit, went to sleep. But I didn't sleep long, because about 11 o'clock, it was well dark, 11:30, I heard a distinctive sound of a horse, like a neigh horse. I know. Then I heard hoof prints, hoof noises, hoof beats. Then I heard more hoof beats, and then I heard a lot of hoof beats, and then I started to really panic. I thought, here we go, I've got new tent pegs, the tent's up, it's going to get crushed by horses, and so am I. Not good. I lay there hoping for the best, that they'll go away, and then I heard sniffing near the tent, and then I decided it's no good. It was pretty moonlighty sort of night. I opened the side of the tent, looked out, and I saw about 7 horses. Quite youngish looking horses, very inquisitive, especially a couple of them. So I basically told them to bugger off. And they went away till around about 2 o'clock in the morning, when I was woken up again by the same sounds. This time it was even more panicky, it was even closer and it was louder, and they were galloping. Eventually I got rid of them again, and well, I didn't sleep much that night. I was cursing that woman, whoever she was, with the dog, thanks a lot. In the morning when I got up, there was no sign of the horses. I got myself up and I set off to the beginning of the West Highland Way, and yet more kindness to come in day 67. Super kindness again. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing everybody, and see you soon.